Hello, my Crusader Kings and Queens, and welcome back to another video on the political process. I know it's been a while. I've just been busy and now finishing up college. It's been a lot, but today we're gonna do something special. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make Alabama blue. So prior to recording this video, I made Mr. Alabama. This character's... Oh, wait, I wanted to load. I might have overrode my Alabama guy. Okay, I did. Well, it doesn't matter. He was just a nice guy. We can just make him. Let's see. He was a charismatic, intelligent, and happy man who was a moderate in everything. And he will be named Mr. Alabama. I did do a test run of this, and it is possible. We just have to have some very, very good circumstances. So this might require some reloading. We'll see. And we're from Montgomery. Let's see. So I think the first thing we'll do, and I did this in my test run too, is we'll run for Montgomery mayor. Because this will give us a good, starting pool of political points, which will be useful if we want to win our primary to be governor. Because governor is much easier to win than senator. Which is how it is in real life, because voters are like, well, I could tolerate a Democrat for governor, but when I want my representation in the federal government, I don't want a Democrat. That's how they feel. In general, in American politics. So let's see here. We want to do some fundraising because we need some monies. There we go. Let's see, and let's see what the priorities are for everyone here. Oh, we don't have enough cash. Hate when that happens. Okay, we're also gonna automate events here. Do mainly focus on fundraising, also do some door knocking. This door knocking will increase our name recognition for free. There we go. I mean, I spent most of my time fundraising last turn, so not really a lot happened in that 1 hour. Okay. Well, priorities. So they want economy, crime, and taxes. That's what's on everyone's mind. So we're already nearly perfect. So economy, crime, taxes. So now basically we're just gonna sit here, see if we can get up some money. Yep. And I'm gonna do a big ad buy for internet ads. This is the best way to increase your name recognition if you're willing to spend money. Alright. Let's do one more internet ad buy, and then we could probably go straight into just full fundraising. Yeah. This fundraising is better for us because we need the money. We are not in a good money position. So that's another thing that is useful for doing one of these early campaigns here, is we'll have a little bit of money to start with. Okay. So in real life, in recent years, I don't believe a Democrat has won the gubernatorial race in quite some time in Alabama. You know what? Why don't we look it up right now? Alabama governor. I do know, what was his name? There was Doug Jones who ran for Senate, and he won the special election but lost re-election. That really only happened because he was running against probably the worst candidate ever. He had insane scandals, and that was the only reason it was possible. Okay. The last time Democrats won was in 1998, so it's been a while. Let's see. Yeah. So we're gonna try to replicate Don Siegelman's victory. Well, maybe not his 15-point margin, but we're gonna try to win the governor's race at least. Let's see here. Oh, Mr. Alabama lost the primary. No, we don't care about running in the general. I probably should have switched my policies to be super, super liberal so we could have won that, but that doesn't matter. How old is Mr. Alabama? He's 18? Okay. Thought I made him 30. That would have also helped if he was older. You know, we'll be a lawyer, so we just get free money. Unlike in real life, when you become a lawyer in this game, you don't have to do anything. So it is just free money. Alright. And you know what? I wanted to be 30, so we'll just age up here. Use the age up potion. There we go. Alright. Well, instead of being governor, we'll just run for house. Oh, I didn't check and make sure our district was winnable. Oh, whatever. Let's check here. If you ever want to look at your districts, you hit the districts button. And let's see. Congressional District 2 is winnable for us. Okay. There's an incumbent Republican. Priorities. Healthcare, economy, social security. Setting your priorities, what the people's main priorities are, is also always very helpful. Because it makes them want to vote for you more. Oh, I did it wrong. It's economy. There we go. There we go. Okay. Our opponent is Darwin Stokes. Let's see, policy support. Okay, we don't need to change our policy. We're already popular. Okay, let's do a big ad buy. Let's check our voter intention. Okay. So we should be fine. There we go, Mr. Alabama. Okay. Now we do have to deal with an incumbency advantage with our opponent. But I believe that we'll be able to overcome this pretty easily. Let's check this out. Yeah, we're already ahead and we haven't done anything. Okay, well, just to be safe, we're gonna change our automated events to start doing some rallies. So we can up the voter turnout for Democrats. And we're not gonna get too many people doing this because I'm not paying for staff. But we also don't really have a lot of money, so it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but they would cost us. So if you want your events to be better, you get the event manager and event coordinator. I believe the event coordinator finds you extra events, and he gives you more hours. Or might have that backwards. I had it backwards. Oh no, they do the same thing. Okay, there must be someone else who does the hours. Maybe it's the manager that does the hours. Yeah, it's the manager. Okay. So these three are your most important. Press secretary, I believe, increases interviews. Yeah, which I never use. Finance director, I believe, increases your ads or donations. Okay, he must increase that. No, he increases online donations. Okay, well, don't listen to me. Oh, marketing strategist. I usually just, when I do use staff, just train them all and get all the bonuses at once. I don't usually bother with just training a couple of them. But I guess if you want to be min-maxy, you could do that. Go moderate. We're moderate here in old Alabama. Alright. It's a good year for Democrats. That should be good for us. Yep, we won. Okay. Let's check out and see who our mayor, or not our mayor, our governor is. We got Jaden F. Painter. He's bizarre and content. Okay. And he's relatively popular. He's gonna be difficult to beat. But you know, we'll give it the old Rambler try. Okay. There we go. We're in the House of Representatives. We're gonna be... What the hell? It said we had 10,000 people in the moderate caucus? Okay, that was just a glitch. That was strange. Okay. When is the election? It is in 26. Okay. So it's next year. In US elections, term always starts usually the next year after the election, like a couple months. It's like you vote for the president in November and then he comes into office in the January, and that's generally true of most so you just subtract 1 year from this to see the term. I would assume you or the election. I would assume you know that if you play this game. Because you're gonna have to be a nerd to enjoy it, but or nerdy like me. But for people who aren't as familiar with American politics, alright. I don't really care about doing anything. What were my promises? I'm not doing any of that. I mean, we do have the presidency. It's so tight. We're not. This is a 1-seat majority. That's crazy. Somehow, the Senate and House are more close in this game than they are today, which is crazy because we're in a very divided time now. Okay. Let's see here. That's a good sign for us. Since Democrats won both Virginia and New Jersey, maybe we'll have a better midterms. Okay. I don't have as much political points as I would want, but you know, let's just go straight to governor. If we lose, we can always return back to the house, you know, nothing's stopping us. Not sure. I've already forgotten what the priorities were, but I guess it would be different anyway. Because this is a statewide race. Instead of a federal race. Let's see. Polls, priorities. You want healthcare, economy, taxes. That makes sense. Economy and taxes. We'll promise to reduce the sales tax. And then let's train all our staff, because this is a statewide race. Automated events. Let's do rallies and fundraising. Just for the moment. I'm gonna switch entirely to rallies once I... Actually, you know what? I'll go ahead and switch all the rallies. I probably did not need to spend that much money to get my name recognition to 100%, but you know, we're not a channel of having the best strategy, we're a channel of having fun. Okay. Let's check out our opponent. Oh, that guy's not running for re-election. Okay. We've got... Let's see. Who would we even want as our opponent? I don't even know. All the opponents that we have options for are pretty decent, actually. which is not good for us. Mr. Alabama is also losing Democratic primary. Okay. Or is he really? Because I did pick for the lowest. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Alabama is very competitive for it. Interesting. Let's do another poll. Where does Mr. Alabama stand? Says he's winning the primary. I guess we'll believe it. I usually just reload if I don't for these videos, but you know. We're in a just go with the flow kind of state right now, you know. Politics isn't about always winning. You lose quite often. Okay, we overperformed considerably, so I think we'll be fine. Alright, let's get a poll for where we stand currently. Yeah, we're not winning this. But we'll give it our shot, our best shot. Against Phil Butterfield. I think the only way we'd really win this is if we went into the difficulty settings and increased our general election or our midterms rally effectiveness. Or I guess... Let's see, what if we became an ultra-conservative? What if we were more conservative than our opponent? Okay, better intention and policy support. Okay, they do like us a bit more. Okay, and that did actually make it a bit closer. And let's see... Let's test out libertarian as well. Just do libertarian for economics. Voter intention, policy support. I don't think that improved us at all, did it? We're getting 70% Democrats. We'd want more independents if we were gonna win. And we do have more independents. Let's see. Let's try libertarian here as well. Voter intention and policy support. Okay, that it decreased our policy support. So they like us better when we are a conservative libertarian. Okay. So we are within 5 points, it looks like. Vaguely. Maybe 6 points at the worst. Okay. And we can market, which will increase enthusiasm with Republicans, which could help. We could actually bleed more support from him. Yeah, okay. This might actually be doable. If we just keep increasing Democratic turnout. We don't want to blame the opposition party and we don't want to attack him because we want Republicans to like us. Okay, fill out the questionnaire. And then we'll do one huge ad buy. Like that much. And where do we stand in the polls? Yeah, we're not gonna win. I think this is gonna be a 3 or 4 point race for him. Yeah, we would have probably needed around 40% Republican support. think he... Yeah, if we had a bit more political points, I think it would have probably been doable. Or it would have definitely been doable if he had like a scandalous trait. You never know. We could still win. Polls can be wrong, but they're usually not in this game. Mr. Alabama, he doesn't give up. So we will give it our all in our next race. We've got within 5 points, which is incredibly close for Alabama. Our race was closer than Georgia. And Florida. So we did not do too bad. I think if we came back next year, it would have been better. Let's see, the former governor went for Senate. Guess we'll run for Montgomery mayor again. And then... guess we could try a Senate run, but during a general election, it'd be incredibly unlikely that we would win. But we can still try it, just for the hell of it. Mr. Alabama is a bit of a perennial candidate, if you will. He loves running. It's his favorite thing in the world. Okay, taxes. There we go. This should just be an automatic win. It's weird. We have political points. Let me check. I did make ourselves conservative, I forgot, so we might actually lose the primary. No, it says we'd win. Okay. I guess independents vote in that primary. Yeah, I forgot about that. And then this should just be an automatic win because it's a Democratic region. Yeah. Alright. So the question is, should we run for Senate? Or should we run for governor again in 2 years? Is there even a Senate election in 28 for Alabama? That I'm not even sure. Let's find out. Jobs. Oh, there is. Okay. And who is our opponent? You know what? Fuck it. We ball. Run, Mr. Alabama, run! Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Who's our opponent? We want this guy to be our opponent. We want this pompous, absent-minded person. We don't want Yaxley. We don't want Stanford. Okay. Let's see. Priorities. Healthcare, economy, taxes. Was that the last one? I think that's what it was last time. I should just remember that. Okay, this race will hopefully be a little more possible. Oh wait, fuck. Got to train my stuff. Oh, whatever. Okay. I need to actually make money. We'll introduce taxes. I'm sure no one will care. Okay. This is a general election, so we should actually increase turnout more than we normally would. But I don't know if that's going to counteract the Republicans showing up the vote. Okay, what does BD look like? We gotta become a Democrat real quick. We gotta become super, super liberal. There we go, now Mr. Alabama will win the primary. Just the... okay. And then we will turn back to how we were before. So libertarian conservative? Is that what I did? Okay, that's what I did. And then let's check the polls. 10-point race. Yeah, Republicans are going much more for this guy this time. What's his for? They do like our policies more though, which is interesting. Yeah, Republicans prefer Mr. Alabama to Stanford. Sanford, not Stanford. But just simply because it is a presidential election year, I don't think it would be possible for us to win unless we had like the worst candidate ever. Like, this guy is annoying, but that's not gonna turn enough people off, I don't think. But we can at least make this race more competitive than it would normally be. And we'll spend $1 million in advertising on the last day. Yeah, and it was a good year for Republicans as well. They won the presidency very easily. We did make Alabama one of the more competitive races, though. We got it within 8 points. So Mr. Alabama's not looking too bad. We're at least making Alabama more competitive than it normally would be, which I think is a win. Alright. So we should have gubernatorial races next year. So we'll run for governor again. And then if we don't win that, I think I might call it here for today on Mr. Alabama's journey. But we will definitely come back to him in the next video, for sure. Because I feel like he has quite the political future ahead of him. Alright. Hello, Emmett Button. I already forgot what the state popular things were. Maybe it was healthcare, economy and taxes, or was that the federal? I don't know. Let's find out. And there's old Butterfield from last time. Okay. Priorities. Healthcare, economy, taxes. Oh, I did remember. Hell yeah. Look at that. Contact all the packs as well. Marketing. And a good thing, every time we are the nominee, we get more political points, which is useful for us. Alright. And we're becoming more and more popular in the state as well. Let's see, what's our statewide popularity? Yeah, we're 51% popular in the state. But you know, you could say, is it great? But I think it's better than what we would normally would be. Okay, voter intention. Are we winning the primary? Mr. Alabama is not. Okay. We gotta start grifting a little bit. We're actually the most liberal candidate the world has ever seen. Let's check. Are we winning the primary now? Yeah. Just barely, though. Okay. Mr. Alabama for the win. Alright. Just out of curiosity, where do we stand with our very liberal policies? Horrible. Okay. Libertarian. Conservative. Okay, this one's probably gonna not be as close as our previous run for governor, just because this guy's an incumbent now. But, you know, we can still give it the old Rambler try. Too big ad buy there. Increase minimum wage. That's a popular thing to do. Alright. Let's see where we currently stand. It's still gonna be relatively close. We might actually be around the same as we were last time. We can also check AI polls. These are polls done by just the game itself. Let's see, they have us down considerably by 10 points, which is not the nicest, but you know, we were ahead in one poll. So I'll give that to us, you know? Okay. Disciplinary policies are the best. Fill the questionnaire. Let's see, where do we stand with prior, voter intention and policy support? About the same with him. We're still more popular with Republicans than he is, but I don't think it'll be enough. Do one last ad buy. And I think that's basically all she wrote on our campaign here. At 75. Some people. And he was still close, but yeah, not as close as it was last time. Alright, that's where I'm going to end this episode of Mr. Alabama's Journey. If you all have any suggestions for how we can be more competitive, leave it in the comments. We will be coming back to see Mr. Alabama's Journey next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.